Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the Shed of Dread. And before we get into today's video, don't forget, if you could do me a favour, if you'd just like to like, share and subscribe to this channel, it'd be much appreciated. Many thanks to those of you who already have. It really gets me there, and it's truly amazing. Any case, let's get to it. So, I think it was a couple of days ago, Call of Duty put out this tweet. But Charlie Intel put, it appears Activision has removed Nick Merck's bundle from Warzone and Modern Warfare 2 store this evening. Activision has not commented on why it has been removed, but the removal of his bundle comes a day after Nick Merck's recent comments about the LGBTQ community. And then they actually say themselves, Call of Duty put, due to recent events, we have removed the Nick Merck's operator bundle from Modern Warfare 2 and the Warzone stores. We are focused on celebrating Pride with our employees and community. That's right, Nick Merckx is a well-known Call of Duty player, streams a lot, to the stage where he actually got his own bundle on Call of Duty, which was very nice. Now, for this to occur, something terrible, he must have said something terrible and an out-and-out attack, calling the LGBT community everything under the sun. But in fact, what he said was, they should really leave little children alone. That's the real issue. Commenting on an anti-LGBT protesters attack pro-LGBT demonstrators, and it was a school about recognising Pride Month. Well, for one, Pride Month shouldn't be celebrated at schools. All that should be left till they've left school. The colleges and universities will do a fantastic job in brainwashing them. There shouldn't be no celebration of Pride Month whatsoever in our schools, in any school. Kids need to be left alone, and kids need to be kids. So, Call of Duty and ergo Activision, if you want to throw them in, but they didn't say anything. But Call of Duty did, said that you can't say that. You can't say leave children alone and take that personally, because what does that say about you? What does that say about Pride? We live in in a world at the moment where Pride is continually rammed down our throat, and activists are just constantly screaming. Now, remember, ex-service people, we get 1 day. Well, here in the UK, technically, we get 2 days of remembrance. That's it. For all those millions of men and women who have laid down their lives for their countries, they get 1 or 2 days, and that's it. Gay people, lesbians, etc. Before we go any further, I have no problems with any of that. If that's what makes you happy and you're in love, that's fine. But I fully supported your rights to have the same as everybody else, which is only, it's the right thing to do. It really is. Let's be honest. It is right for all human beings to have the same sort of level of everything, and that was well worth fighting for. So once that was succeeded in, everybody, was going, oh, well, all we want to do is just be treated like everybody else, and everybody else happy, like that. And yep, all on board with that. No problem at all there, mate. Yeah, we'll you do what you do and I'll do what you'll do. And we'll just get on along, and everything was going great. And then the activists turned up and decided that, no, we didn't really want to be recognised and kept and treated like everybody else. We have the whole month where we can do stupid pride things and ram our sexuality down people's throats. We don't want to be treated special, but we want a special month. Yeah, that's just not. And the thing is, fine, whatever. But you leave the kids out of it. You have to leave the kids out of it. Now, Nick Merckx hasn't apologised, and that's absolutely right. He did do a stream on one of his streams, sort of explaining it. Don't explain it. You don't need to explain anything. If somebody's taking offence at the words "leave our kids alone," then that's their problem. That's their circus and their monkeys. Not ours. We don't have to do that. Leave children alone. And if you're saying that saying leave children alone is a wrong thing to do, what's wrong with you? That's really worrying. Now, there's been a call for a boycott of Call of Duty, and I fully support it. But you see, the thing is, as you can see, I really like Call of Duty. In fact, one of my most favourite games played. Now, needless to say, these will now sit in the drawer and never be played again. Now, is that going to impact anyone? Well, technically, I suppose it would on their servers and that, but not majorly. But I also now, I'm never buying a Call of Duty game again, which is a shame because I really enjoy Call of Duty games. Well, right up to the bit where you're playing obvious cheats, come on. But, it's good fun. It's a laugh. It's a giggle. The storyline's really good and really enjoyable to play. You can't knock them. But when they decide that attacking somebody, removing their merchandising from the store because all they said was protect the kids, and you would think that's an attack on you, says a lot about you. So I fully back Call of Duty boycott. It does work. It's worked with Target. It's worked with Bud Light. I know here in the UK we don't really good with the old boycotts, but we should be, because it's not right to buy a supply of games by a bunch of people who think that sexually or over sexualizing our children is a good thing to do. Confusing our children is a good thing to do. Telling them that they can change sex is a good thing to do, because none of it is. Now I know I'm going to get a backlash for this, but the thing is, I don't care. I've got 7 children in total. Obviously, the eldest is a lot older now. She's up in to late 20s. But the point being is, I've got 2 young kids, and they've been told at school with their own certain words, if you're going to start doing that, my kids are coming home for the day. That's a conversation for me to have with my children, for me and my wife to sit down and have that conversation with children. It's not for the government. It's not for teachers. It's not for activists. It's not for anyone else. They're my children, as are they anyone else's children, and that's a conversation that the parents have. But the problem is, it's a conversation that would be balanced. Should be balanced. It is balanced in my household. I can guarantee you that. But it's not you will abide by our rules, you will respect us, because in reality, when it all comes down to it, and I know this is really going to upset a lot of people, but you are literally a tiny, weeny minority of the mass of people in the world. And that's not a bad reflection. Honestly, and I have gay friends. I even have some trans friends. And they just want, and they don't like it either. They just want to get on with it. It's not helping them, and it really isn't. All this activism is pushing the wonderful strides that you've gained back. It's a bit like racism, doing the same thing. You said, you're in a position where you've got everything that you asked for, but now you're pushing too far, and you're now making everybody hate you instead of just doing what you were and what we were all doing, which was just accepting you. I have no problem with whether you're gay, lesbian, transgender. You know my motto. I only judge people on whether they're being a twat or not. And if you're an activist and you're pole dancing as a trans person in front of kids, then that's a problem. You're being a twat. So, any case, I'm done. As I said, you can usually find me on my usual socials. You can find me on Facebook and Twitter. I'm always on there all the time. Don't forget, as I said at the beginning of the thing, you can always subscribe to my channel, and that'd be much appreciated. I know a lot of you have over the recent couple of weeks, and it's been absolutely fantastic. With that, this video's done. I'm done. And the last thing you need to do, get out my shed.